recording. Also, we're on the
Alrighty.
landing page.
Yep, I am aware.
Okay.
Alrighty, everyone. Then we will jump back in right where we left off. Last week, the party journeyed to the ruined village of Bryseis, where you explored through the mist and originally encountered Ballor in her flying skull outside the old mansion, where she keeps her goats. After a short rest, you pursued her up to her hut, which proved a tough battle and ended with Bryseis and Esmeralda dead on the floor, with the rest of you barring Brammyr inside the hut, as Sage burned her away with, I think it was, Sacred Flame?
Yes, it was. Cantrips all the way.
I will move you guys back over and we will jump in right where we left off, just as Ballor falls. Brammyr, about now, you're coming into sight of the hut from your adventures in the swamp.
I'll jump off and cast Gentle Repose on Bryseis. And Esmeralda.
Is that a cantrip?
No, it's not. It's this one.
Rip your spell slots.
Yes.
Okay. Son, Zesi, what are you doing?
What is around me?
Give me 1 second. The hut's 15 feet on the side and packed with old furniture, including a wooden cot, a wicker cabinet, a slender wardrobe, a wooden table, a stool, a barrel-top wooden chest reinforced with brass bands, and an iron tub stained with blood. In the middle of the room, the crib is gone, so there is no crib. And there is no green light. So yeah, there's just that.
Okay. We better loot this place or Bryseis will be mad when she comes back that we don't have any shinies for her. I'm gonna have a look at... Well, I'm gonna have a look at Cloudy. See that he's not in good shape, but
Make me a
still
medicine
fine.
check.
That's a 9.
Yeah, you can just about work out that he's fine and he'll be awake in a couple of hours.
Actually, I cast Gentle Repose on Bryseis, and then I start the ritual to cast it on Esmeralda because I don't have enough spell slots.
Alright.
I'm gonna go try and free the other group of ravens.
Okay, you're ignoring the chest? Yeah.
I'm starting with the ravens.
Okay.
Check with Thieves' Tools.
Yes, please.
That's good. That's a 27.
Yeah, that more than easily gets past the arcane lock, and you release a swarm of ravens who flutter up into the air and sort of fly around.
Are you aware, ravens?
No response.
What the hell happened here?
Sorry. Brammyr, where were you?
I lost you in the fog. Tried to track you down, but it was too thick and I couldn't follow any tracks in the bog. Next thing I know, I got ambushed by scarecrows. After spending, I don't even know how long, I heard a crash. I ran here and see this.
Son, you can see that the gem and pyre mall is going brighter than you remember it used to.
What's up with your mole?
Huh? Oh, it happened after I beat Kirill.
Huh.
Seems a bit warmer than usual. Should be fine.
Okay, I'm gonna have a look at the chest.
Alright. It does appear to be locked.
Does it appear to be trapped?
Make me an investigation check.
12?
You don't see any traps.
I'm gonna try and open it.
Alrighty. Can you make me a check with thieves' tools?
Yes. 16.
Yeah, that is enough to pick the lock, but you also trigger the glyph of warding. And with a boom, how much health are you on?
15?
15.
Do I get a save?
There's no save because of the glyph of warding. I just checked. 4, 8, 10, 13, 20 points of thunder damage.
Yeah, I'm done.
Is my
And
ritual
these are
over?
disabled. No, you're still in the process of ritualing. You hear this boom. It's not even been a minute since Bryseis fell.
I'm
So it's getting
running up.
close.
I'm running up. Getting inside.
Can you make me an athletics check as the hut is a little ways off the ground? Yep, you're fine. You leap and manage to pull yourself up with the strength of your arms.
What was that?
Sam is unconscious on the floor.
I will tell him that this is Son being an idiot. As I spare the dying Silas, whatever it's called these days.
What was she looking for? What was she looking at?
I peer into the chest.
Okay. Inside you can see actually quite a lot of things. You can see 2 scrolls on the top, a vial, a set of pipes, some kind of stone shaped like the head of a cat, and you think you can see gold, some diamonds, a cloak, and maybe a book wrapped in it at the bottom of the chest.
I'll start sifting through all the stuff, taking out what looks useful to the party and distributing to who looks
Can
good.
you make me an Arcana check on the scrolls?
I'm gonna take Sun and lay her on the bed so she's out of the way and not on the floor.
Thanks.
You even just glancing at the scrolls, you realize that they're not in a language you can understand. You think from the glyphs, if you throw them down to Sage, she might be able to understand them.
Okay. I thought I took a thingy. Eyes of the Runekeeper, you can read all writing.
They're divine. They, even with Eyes of the Runekeeper, they look like gibberish to you. They are divine magic. I checked the rules on how scrolls work.
Okay.
If they're not on your spell list, they're gibberish. They don't mean anything to you, even with being able to read them.
Okie dokie.
Do you throw them down to Sage?
Yes, sure.
I'm busy.
If need be, I can take him down whilst you continue.
So I was looking at the distance, going like a scroll, going like 20 foot, 15, whatever. It is.
I can take them and I'll
Sage,
take them over.
Yes.
make me a religion check.
Oh my. I'm not the smartest.
Even with that, having just cast it recently, one of them seems to be beyond what you've ever cast before, but you think you recognise the markings of Revivify on one of the scrolls. It is
Okay.
just about a minute since Bryseis has died.
She's gentle repose.
Yes, it doesn't matter.
Does that extend the time for Revivify?
Yes.
Also effectively extends the time limit on raising a target from the dead, since days spent under the influence of this spell don't count against the time limit of spells such as Raise Dead. So yeah. Revivify counts in that.
Revivify is more like defibs. That's more like Raise Dead, which has a 7-day time limit.
Okay, I'll abandon the ritual then.
Alright. Can you
Go.
make me a... Okay, if you're trying to use the scroll, can you make me a wisdom check for a quick resurrection check for Bryseis?
Wisdom check. That I usually can do. Or not.
That was a save, not a check.
Oh, sorry. Check. Yes, better.
Yes. With the last seconds of Revivify ticking away, you do manage to bring Bryseis back to life. Bryseis, you are alive with 1 HP.
Don't do that again.
Tackled with a hug.
Oh my god, Death did not change my opinion at all. Get off me.
That's twice today. I won't be doing
What?
that again.
And Ray,
Yeah.
you saw my messages in the Dark Powers, right?
Actually, no. It will not allow me to see anything in there. It says you do not have permission to see the message of History of Dark Power.
Huh.
Yeah, it always says that.
There you go. I've copied and pasted what I said. I thought I fixed it.
Second time today?
Second time today.
It's only been a few hours since I've been lost.
Then
I
take
missed
the
you.
advice, don't get lost. What else is in the chest?
Just posted.
Yep. In the chest, there is a total of 1,800 gold pieces, each one stamped with the visage of Strahd von Zarovich, 500 GP gemstones, 2 of which are diamonds, a vial containing some oil of sharpness, which I'll give you the handout for, 2 spell scrolls, one of which is Revivify, which you've just used, one of which is Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
There is a pouch containing 10 plus 1 arrows, a set of pipes of haunting. I really hope that Bryseis has proficiency in wind instruments. There is a stone of good luck, and there is also Cabal's ruin and the Tome of Strahd wrapped within it.
What's the Tome of Strahd?
The artifact, the book. Do you guys not remember?
I do.
I
but
don't.
I'm
I don't.
unconscious, so it's
There were 3.
one of the reasons we
There
came
was the
here.
amulet.
Can you repeat that, Miya?
I said I'm unconscious, so I can't say anything.
You said something about since you came here.
There were 3. There was, I believe, the sword, the
The
book,
book and the amulet.
and the amulet.
Alright, yeah.
I've given you all the handouts.
Yeah, I remember.
The blade is in the Amber Temple.
You only need to all speak at once about what you're looting.
No, I'm reading the Stone of Strahd right now.
Looks
I'm
around.
unconscious, so
I'm recasting my ritual on Esmeralda.
Alrighty.
Oh, God. Oh, dying sucks. Don't let that happen again. She's like annoyingly looking at Zesi.
Are the ravens still overhead?
The swarm of ravens is mostly dispersed. A couple of them are still squawking around or looking for places to roost.
Can I look to see if any of them seem lycanthropic?
Make me a perception check. None of them. They are just ravens.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed about that.
Well, most of all that is of no use to me. After all, I've got the cloak still, so I think the other stuff should be distributed amongst you all. We can throw all the wealth into the bag of holding anyway. And I believe that cloak's yours, Zesi. If we've all got our own stuff.
I'm just reading that now.
I suppose Son will probably want the arrows. I think she's the only one that uses a bow.
Zes, do you have proficiency in wind instruments?
Lucky.
Lute, pan flute, horn, lyre. Yeah, I would say you have proficiency in wind instruments, so you'll be able to use the pipes of haunting.
Fun.
Sorry? Say again, right?
Seku. I'm looking. Is there a flyer on it?
For what proficiency in it or the item?
I found it.
Alright.
I'll read sort of stuff. In a moment, I'm just moving everything around so all the magic items are in the same place. Yeah, if anyone does want to take a read through the Tome of Strahd, I do have a handout of the legible passages.
Oh, wait, they have a Tome of Strahd in there?
Tome of Strahd, the book, yes.
Bryseis.
Hi.
I pick up the little stone cat. Maybe you should hold on to this.
Why? It looks more suitable for you. You mean it is a cat?
It's meant to give you good luck. And after hearing you've died twice in a few hours, you might need it.
Bryseis, how is your attunement limit looking?
Oh, it's fine. I only have like one thing.
You have Mythcarver, I believe the Pearl of Power requires attunement. Or did that go to Zesi?
No, I have that. That's two.
Okay.
No, this is the first attuned thing I've got all campaign.
Fair. I couldn't remember who had what. So yeah,
I forgot
Zes
your
has
Pearl.
2 attunement things. Fortunately, Pipes of Haunting do not require attunement.
There you go.
Unless you
Wait.
find more use of this, Zesi.
Are you saying I die a lot? I have you know that I have come back from much worse circumstances than this.
Okay. I suppose
But
you
fine.
can.
It is pretty, and she takes it.
I suppose you guys will need a rest then.
No need to all talk at once.
I'm
I'm still
unconscious.
casting, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, true.
Well, considering I'm already on the floor, I think we have step 1 done.
What's this little thing here anyway? I sort of like lightly tap the giant skull.
The giant floating skull.
Wait, it's currently floating. I thought it was still set down, like parked.
No, it's floating in the air. It's
Where
parked
did you
in midair.
park your skull?
Wait, can I get an upgrade from the broom to a flying skull? That sounds so awesome.
I didn't think you could unnerve me anymore.
Just wait, honey.
Will you all get a rest? I'll keep my eyes peeled if any of those scarecrows come back.
Are you guys short resting again, or?
A long rest would be amazing.
It's only been
Yes.
a couple of hours into the day. You can't yet benefit from another long rest.
Well, then a short rest.
Alrighty.
Can I use hit dice on a short rest if I'm unconscious?
Not when you're unconscious.
So let's wait. I don't think I have anything. Let me see.
Son,
Is there
you'll
a
be awake
maximum
at
to
the
the
end
hit
of the
dice we can use?
You can use all of the hit dice you still have that you haven't already expended.
We'll go with that for now.
Just use them all.
I probably will.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Are any of you taking a read from the Curse of Strahd during the short rest?
I'm reading my book during the short rest.
Oh, I'll read it.
Alrighty. It reads, I am ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. But the war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia and took power over the people in the name of a just god, but with none of a god's grace or justice. I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle Ravenloft. They came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. He was handsome and youthful. I hated him for both. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others, a rare beauty who was called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all my heart. I loved her for her youth. I loved her for her joy. But she spurned me. Old One was my name to her. Elder and brother also. Her heart went to Sergei. They were betrothed. The date was set. With words, she called me brother. But when I looked into her eyes, they reflected another name. Death. It was the death of the aged she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine. The death she saw in me turned her from me, and so I came to hate death. My death. My hate is very strong. I would not be called death so soon. I made a pact with death, a pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergei, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood. Rip Umbra. I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain, and a great anger swelled within me. She had to understand the pact I made for her. I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft, and I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. I was 1,000 feet through the mist. No trace of her was ever found. Not even I know her final fate. Arrows from the castle guards pierced me to my soul, but I did not die, nor did I live. I became undead forever. I've studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me. It's the sun and its light I fear most, but little else can harm me now. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement. The sword, that cursed sword Sergei brought, I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun. I have often hunted for Tatiana. I've even felt her within my grasp, but she escapes. She taunts me. She taunts me. What will it take to bend her love to me? I now reside far below Raven. I live among the dead, and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I shall seal shut the walls of the stairs, that none may disturb me. And that's all that's legible.
Whenever she has some time, Sun will probably have a look through it.
It takes about the entirety of the short rest, flicking through, finding the passages, reading all of that. So, Sun, you awake right about when Bryseis finishes up.
So I'm at 1 hit point.
Yep.
Be
Shows-
you.
It shows weakness to let
And so is
yourself
Cloudy?
be.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Sorry, go ahead, Ray.
It shows weakness to let somebody be consumed by another freaking person.
Ooh.
What's that, Roy? I can't do that. What's that, be? Consumed by another person.
He let himself be destroyed because he loved somebody who didn't love him. Pussy. Also, don't worry about staking his heart. Won't kill him.
I
But
stood
there's
up
a pretty
and
sword
I
that
see.
will.
I
Sorry,
stood
go
up
ahead,
and I
May.
see Bryseis.
Yeah, well, you gotta go to the floor of the, well, to the door of the hut. You were in the bed, but yeah, I'm presuming you hear her talking.
You're alive.
So are you.
What happened?
I died.
Yeah, after that.
I got tackled by my brother with a hug. Even though he knows I told him I'd kill him next time he did that.
And yes, he still seems to be alive.
He gets one. Everybody gets one.
We found the scry. I was able to revivify Bryseis, but Esmeralda is still dead. Can we put her in the bag?
We get another body in the bag. I should make a new one and make it shaped like a coffin.
I'm sure Strahd would appreciate it.
We should head back to that dealer then.
Yeah. Well, we have 10 days.
well, 10 knights.
Yeah.
Also, Ray, do you have any hit dice to spend over?
Yeah, 4. That's for the song.
Then yeah, take 1 off the final one. Because you don't get your mod, you just get the straight D8.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just take 1 off of it then.
8, 12, 17, 23, 27.
We should probably get back as soon as possible then.
I guess it's back to Kresk to raise Esmeralda.
And from there, where next?
The temple.
To find this sword. Is that the sword that was mentioned in that book?
What book?
We found Strahd's little diary.
Huh.
Apparently, he likes long walks on the beach.
Oh,
That
yeah,
part
if
was a
anyone
lie.
was attuning to anything, you're now attuned to it. So, Zesi, you can now be attuned to Cabal's Ruin. Bryseis, you can now be attuned to the Capstone.
Sorry.
It's like a course of coughs.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you want, by the way, in the cog settings, if you find there should be some like global saving throw modifier. Actually, wait, I think you can just drag it in and it does it for you. I wonder if that's a thing. If you drag and drop from the compendium the Stone of Good Luck, if it
Indeed.
just changes your. Oh, thank fuck for that.
Let me take a look.
There is also a global saving throw modifier.
Yes, it does change it.
Oh,
Oh.
thank God.
I need to delete the one you dragged in me. There you go.
Double up.
Yep,
I'm
it
going
does
to-
indeed. It's okay.
I'm going to carefully get out of the house and help Cloudy off.
You have a climb speed, so you can climb down easily. It's fine.
I'm not feeling so great. There was those lights on the other side of the river that we maybe wanted to investigate before we left. But I'm not really sure I can take any kind of fight if there's to be one.
I take it there's nothing else to search or nothing on her body as she's taken us off the map.
Nothing, no. You have all of the loot. Well, yeah, so it was 1,800 GP, so 300 each. And assuming Glom gets 300.
We'll just stick it all in the bag of holding, I imagine. Unless anyone wants on their person.
I'll take mine.
I'll have mine in the bag of holding.
Same.
I'll put mine in the bag of holding too. Can't be bothered.
I doubt that I came anywhere near in my stumblings and rambling around, lost near those lights that they went on about.
Those are on the far side of the river that runs sort of southwards. They were looking for a way across and didn't find one. And in fact, there isn't one.
I don't think you're in any fit state to be
And I-
for adventures.
And I cannot heal anyone today.
Do you have the scroll of mass cure wounds?
I do, if you want to go.
I have exactly 2 spells left if I use the pearl. So
We should call it a day and head back to Kresk.
Yes.
Probably.
There is, I remind you, there is also the monument to the west that you were told about.
Right, I guess we can have a look at it.
It's up to you whether you want to try and use the scroll or not, Sage.
It's a bit of a shame to use Mass Cure Wind on one person.
I mean, Bryseis, Sun, and Cloudy all need the healing.
Okay. Then
Maybe
yes.
you.
No, she would. I wouldn't, she would.
Okay. Can you make me a wisdom check? Because it is a higher level spell scroll than you can cast normally.
Really?
5th
Yep,
level.
it is a
Mass
level
cure
5 spell.
wounds. It's not
Okay.
It's not mass healing word. It's mass cure wounds.
A wisdom check, you said.
Yes. Not a hard DC, especially with your...
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yes. I wonder if you can use that spell. Yeah. You use the scroll perfectly and choose up to 6 creatures in a 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point. Each target regains hit points equal to 3d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
3d8 plus 5.
6.
6.
Your wisdom is 22.
It is. There we go.
So, Sun, Bryseis, Cloudy will regain 19.
And everybody else feels better.
Thank you.
No worries.
If you want to check out that monument, just stay out of trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure it'll be fun.
From the instructions, you need to head this direction to get to the monument. Yeah. And you will pass by the old church on the way, which is where Brammyr is.
Did anyone
Ismark is a pain.
did anyone hand me those arrows?
Does anyone have a what?
Did anyone hand me those arrows?
That would have probably kept them for you.
Oh.
Since no one else used a bow, do they?
No.
There you go. And that's it, where you are, Brammyr. Hidden by the fog and elevated a few feet above the surrounding marsh is a raised plot of land, barely 10 feet on a side, enclosed by a disintegrating iron fence. In the centre of the plot is a life-size stone monument carved in the likeness of a kneeling peasant girl clutching a rose. Although her feathers are grey and weather-worn, she bears a striking resemblance to Arena Kolyana. Carved into the monument's base is an epitaph. The epitaph reads as follows: Marina, taken by the mists.
That name's not right. Close, but not right.
That was right, you weren't there. We met a ghost that told her about a peasant girl that Strahd said looked like his long-lost love a long time ago. Does look a lot like Irina.
Do you think that curse he put on himself somehow affected her and that's why she keeps coming back?
I mean, aren't the souls trapped in Barovia anyway?
Well, those that apparently even have souls. Does that mean that if one of us dies for good, in a few hundred years we'll be reincarnated in someone in here?
I hope not.
I bet you it's come back just as fabulous.
I'll and say, well, I hope you don't come back. I hope you're a spirit for once and away from that.
Is he lagging out or is it me?
It's him.
Okay.
I mean, who's to say that I haven't come back already? Maybe the world we live in is all about that as well. Would make sense because, I am almost at that point where there's just not much more that can be done.
I'm sorry, what?
That's me.
A little late there, Umbra.
It's because I only just started to hear you all again.
Impressive statue, though. I wonder how many of these things there have been over the years.
Too many, I'm sure.
What was that, Miya?
Too many, I'm sure. So, where do we go now? Hello?
Hi. It's kind of not quite picking up the start and end of your sentences.
It's because I have no voice. I'm sorry.
What did you say?
My voice is dead.
Before that,
Where do we go from here?
I want to step up and examine the statue, if there's anything on it, around it, any other words besides what the epitaph says.
make an investigation check. You don't think there's anything else to this apart from the monument?
Well, I agree with our bear friend here. Hopefully she'll just stay down this time. Sergey, protect her for once, man.
My message came through, by the way, on Roll20, didn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep,
Yes.
that's what Bryseis is responding to.
Oh. I've been lagging out, so I don't know. Well, is that all from everyone?
Yeah, let's go. I hate
Get
this
back to-
place.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Hopefully
Go and
the
try
Ember
and-
Temple will be nicer.
Do I still have my broom?
Yeah, you could have quite easily called it back to you.
Okay.
Alright, so you're heading out of Perez?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll move you back over to the Barovia map. No point leaving you on that map. Righty. As you exit Perez and go to find where you left the horses, you see a figure you sort of half recognize from the very first time you entered Barovia, waiting for you. Stood next to a suit of burgundy and gilded plate armor. Takes a moment, but you recognize the elf, Raharden. He says, I was wondering when you get back from your trip into the marsh. Lord Strahd has a gift for you. His plate armor.
Why?
Yeah.
And why
He's
would
in-
he?
He's
Why would he?
impressed with how well you're doing in this realm, And he wishes to see you through up until you come but visit him for dinner at the castle.
God fucking damn it.
I'm gonna insight check that too. Ooh, 24. Hello?
Sure,
Hi.
we're lagging too much.
I insight checked too. I got a 24.
Yep,
Okay,
I know.
I didn't know if it had gone through or not.
Yeah, Brammyr. This is telling the truth.
Oh, trying to find a good spot in my entire room to get decent freaking internet.
Okay.
Hey, cat, check for traps too in it.
Can I... I'm gonna use my Wand of Secrets, see if there's any obvious trap on it.
One of the secrets
It does find traps.
doesn't detect anything.
Okay. Well, no traps, but it wouldn't detect curses, I think.
Sage, check if it curses.
I cannot. Well, on check of any kind for
Sorry,
curses.
you kind of broke up in the middle of that. I think that was
Oh,
mine.
sorry.
Can you repeat that?
No, that wasn't your end.
Yeah. Can I make any check for curse?
No, without your spell slots.
So no,
Uh,
not today.
Detect magic can be cast as a ritual if you have it prepared.
I'm not sure. I
Yeah.
don't think I do. No, I don't.
It's
I have
fine.
remove curse, but
Well, I can't wear that thing anyway, so I don't care.
Oh, I'm not touching it with no. I mean, I could probably look at it and see if it's bad, because I do know a lot about bad things.
I think the only one with any form of training that'd be able to use it effectively is Sage here. So really, it's your call if you want to take this risk or not.
What do you
This
know
is a
of this?
one-time offer.
What do you know of this armor?
It was worn by Lord Strahd in his ancient battles. This is his suit of armor.
Is it magical?
Not that I know of.
I'll pick it up.
I'm insight checking that. Oh, that's not that great. 14.
Sage, I would put it in the bag of holding to make sure that when you put it on, it didn't morph
Plate
you into
armor
some
is
type of vampire.
heavy.
Yeah, but I
Can
also
it?
don't want her putting it on and somehow injecting her with
No,
some type of
I
danger.
won't put it on before we can check it tomorrow, but I'll pick it up.
The insight total?
My insight was
Yes.
14.
Just be telling the truth.
Okay.
It's heavy, but it can still fit in the bag of holding.
With Esmeralda in there, how much spell weight do you have?
How much does Esmeralda weigh? Because I don't think that gal weighs more than 400 pounds.
Then no, you in there. Probably about 170.
There's room. Most of it's filled with the shit that Bryseis has put in with all the dolls and toys. Which are like,
You have collections, I have collections. You should see my room.
that is not an invitation I'm willing to take.
Oh, I know. You're not into the non-fairy type.
You
And
know.
trust me, there's no hair on this body but on my head.
I'm not getting into this.
You're right, you're not getting into it at all.
She looks over at Zesi with daggers. Okay. You know, the protective thing was cute when we were little. And I don't mind you blocking
Shut
a
up.
fireball or two coming at me.
Just shut up.
She looks at him with a pouty face.
I'm letting out a mix between a sigh and a growl.
I'm just shaking my head.
I'm interested. Have any of you stepped close to Rahadin during this? He was standing right next to the suit of armor.
Oh, I'm not.
I would have probably got a bit up in his face.
Okay. As you got within about 10 feet of him, it felt like your mind has been assailed by thousands upon thousands of death screams. It is not pleasant to stand close to him.
I pause, sort of take a deep breath. I will take another step forward.
You okay there?
I just sort of clench of the fist when Sun says that. I still just press on to sort of, again, it's more that present sort of, you want to move past me, or if you have any intention of moving closer to us, you get through me first. Or interposing myself between them. But
as you step close to him, he does half draw his scimitar from his sheath at his side.
You start a fight, I swear. Yes, good. Thank you for the armor. You can go now.
I need to know whether you're accepting Lord Strahd's gift and if you have any message for me to take back to him.
Thank him for us.
Oh, I ain't taking that piece of...
Say hi for us.
Yeah.
I will pass on your wishes for his best health.
That's not quite what I said.
Wait. No. Can you tell him I got some questions for him next time I see him?
no.
I'm sure you'll get to ask him them in person before long. And with that, you blink and he's 30 feet away from you.
No noises. Or screams
Gone
even.
with him. Walking away.
You okay?
There was an aura around him.
How so?
Like I've heard something similar before in our past here. Just a load of screams, that's all.
This place is weird.
Let's get this suit and get out of here anyway.
Yeah.
I'll jump back on the horse.
Okay. So you're shoving Strahd's suit of armor in the bag of holding and getting onto your horses. Okay. It takes you a couple of minutes to move all the pieces and then get onto your horses. And you begin your ride north. Did you say you're heading to Kresk?
Yeah.
Okay. you begin your ride north up the valley of the Lunar River, and although you would have expected to catch up to Rahadan, it seems like he's gone, and you don't find any traces of horse prints either. As if he rode off on a phantom steed.
I was thinking, well, did he look vampiric in any kind?
No, he looked like an elf. He did not look vampiric.
You could have vampire elves.
He did not look like any of the vampires you've encountered. Even Donovich looked distinctly undead. Rahadan did not.
As we
Moon
travel,
elves, do those exist in this world?
I'm keeping an eye out for danger.
Do what exists in this world, Ray?
Moon elves.
Rahadan is a sun elf.
Hmm.
Sorry, a dusk elf.
Okay.
I'll be keeping my eyes peeled as
Perception
well.
check, Sam.
Ooh, 22.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Just getting all the bad rolls out of the way now.
What?
Me.
Oh, you. Yes, sorry.
What's the total on your perception? Yeah.
22.
Okay, noted. As your ride is coming to an end, you're starting to get tired. You get to about here, and ahead of you on the road, lit by seemingly an inner light, you can see again the skeletal rider. This time, surveys you, gives a small shake of the head, and rides off, leaving a ring of keys behind.
Bryseis zooms up on her broom. Thank you. I wonder if like that was like something that like she saw as a kid and like would leave trinkets around. I don't know. She's really excited to see him, and like even though it's trash, she just picks it up. Oh, ooh, it's keys.
Can I try and determine anything of why it shook its head at us this time?
Make me an insight check.
Do you know I used to make jewelry out of keys?
Okay.
You can do that.
Well, of course you can.
Is there any like magical aura coming off the keys?
Make me an Arcana check.
Oh,
Keys are evil for more.
You don't detect any magic. Doesn't seem like there's any symbols of any kind on it that either the keeper picks up. It needs to be just a ring of keys.
No, Skeletal Horsey does not throw evil stuff. I don't you.
Shall we keep going?
Puts the
Yeah,
keys
sure.
in the bag of holding. Plus, I'm going to try to make something with them later.
I suppose I wasn't really a smith from back home, I was more of a brewer, so I wouldn't know how to do any of that kind. Okay. Let's continue on.
You continue, and you are going to stretch your rest a bit, but you can try and push to Kresk from here. It's another couple of hours, although I will probably have you make low DC saves against exhaustion.
I think we do it.
I'd say we could push on to it.
The sooner we get Esmeralda back, the quicker she can recover from being brought back.
Less talky, more walky.
Yes.
Okay. You ride on,
In fact,
and you do make it to the walled town of Kresk. Can I ask all of you to each make a Constitution saving throw against exhaustion?
Well, you can certainly
oh
ask.
my god!
Sage?
Yes.
Sage and Brammyr pass. Sun, Bryseis, Zesi, you each take 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
No one except Sage rolled above a 10.
Should it not be our horses that get exhausted?
You've been through fights, you're tired, you're not used to travelling this long and fighting that hard during the day.
And
I
plus,
used to
actually
exhaust
riding a
myself.
horse
Tired as
is
well.
tiring.
But I
Yeah.
had a full short rest.
It's just disadvantage on ability checks. What could possibly go wrong?
God.
It's
Not
just
like
until
I rolled
tomorrow,
bad
it's
anyway.
fine.
Yeah, you do make it back to Kresk. Unless you really want it, I'm not going to bother unarchiving the map.
Nah, it's fine. I'm gonna make the mansion. And
Nice.
you can tell she's tired because there's not much of the sparkling glitz as there usually is.
Oh.
And it's very actually pleasant and nice and normal.
What have you done with Bryseis?
She's tired. But she does actually take some vegan yogurt and goes up to her room. She is tired and seems a little troubled, but just goes up to her. And I have to AFK for a few minutes.
Okay.
Fuck my line. I'm gonna go grab the diva.
You're
Go
gonna
grab what? Umbra?
I'm gonna go grab the diva.
Who can't enter the mansion.
But I would have made. I have not been lagging shit. I would have made sure that B would have allowed opening the door to him before she went off to bed.
I'll allow it. Mostly just said I don't want to hold you up. Times are ticking.
Yeah. Go grab the diva and bring them back.
Yeah, but
I know the truth.
We kind of have disadvantage on our checks, remember?
Some of you, hello.
Christ.
If we can get this done before the long rest, she won't be as weak beforehand. She'll get a long rest as well. She'll be more ready to fight next time we need
I
to.
need to roll her a madness.
The NPC that doesn't talk.
Yep.
Although I'll probably be taking over that job.
Yep, I'm rolling her a madness anyway. Okay, so who is going to be getting involved with the resurrection ritual for Esmeralda?
I shall.
Me too.
I'd say the people who aren't dead on their feet.
Which is those two.
Yeah.
I think B's gone to bed. Zesi or Son, do you want to help in this, or should we just have the two of us?
You know I'm no good in stuff like this. I wish you guys all the best.
I can try, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what to say or do.
Arguably, if you feel like you can't do anything, then maybe you don't want to worsen it. But if you feel like you've got a chance, it can help out a lot.
I'll try.
Alright. I'm going to be spending most of when the ritual's on in the kitchen now.
Why?
Do you remember my wake-up drink that I made a while back? throw for one when we had the hangover. I'm brewing that up again.
God.
I'm back.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
Alright. Then you bring the abbot down to where Bryseis cast the mansion, and now she's back. We can check. Hey, Bryseis, would you have allowed the abbot to enter the mansion if Brammyr told you to?
If it's for that purpose, yeah.
Okay. Then you bring the abbot down and to the room where the resurrection attempt will be occurring, and he begins the hour-long cast of Raise Dead. Again, about 20 minutes into the ritual, first contribution.
Is my brew done by now?
Just still working on it, although it's close to done.
Right. Guess it's one of this.
Who wants to be the first contribution?
I'll do it.
You have disadvantage on ability checks, remember?
Oh, well, who doesn't?
But if you-
Sage?
Sage, Brammyr, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you need one of the three that has disadvantage for the final
Well,
check.
I have plus 11 to persuasion, so...
Hey, go ahead. No worries.
If you want to participate anyway,
Sure.
I don't know what I'll say.
Alrighty.
Alright, this is going to be a performance / persuasion. But
I will
I'm
tell you what you roll.
Dang it. Okay. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, but I just can't live without you. No, seriously, you're like one of the people we need to help.
Can you make me a performance check at disadvantage, please?
Give it.
Yes, she can.
Get wrecked,
Right, I
exhaustion.
Okay.
I'm a performer. I don't get exhausted.
Okay. The abbot continues the ritual. About 20 minutes past, second contribution.
I'll go then. I guess I will do two things. First, I will pray to God, saying that. No, I will pray to God, but address Esmeralda. You're strong enough. You have vampires to kill. I'm sure God will help you find a way back. And I've got presents for you when you come back. And I'll get out of my pocket a raven feather and a baton and just pat them on the corpse. Here,
Can you
trinkets
make-
for you.
Can you make me a persuasion check?
No. No.
No,
With
you
No.
only an
can't.
advantage. Why couldn't they have been reversed?
Continues the ritual. Bryseis sits coming up to the conclusion, looks at the final contribution.
I come out with rather just a shot. It's a good amount. Not a pint, but it's a sizable amount. You've had this once before. And how did it wake you up? Now let's test it, if it can wake you up from the dead. Because by God, by all the gods, we're going to need as much help as we can get to fight this foe. And we're gonna need you back in good and prompt condition. Bottoms up. And I pour a small amount and sort of help, like by, going his throat to swallow it down. I take a small shot next to me and neck that one back myself.
Brammyr, can you make me a medicine check?
Damn it! I brought us up lies.
Okay. Conclusion of the ritual brings his hands up in the final gesture. I will roll on roll 20, rather than use my physical dice as much as it pains me. Final DC is 9. 1 success.
That was scabby. Can I point out, by the way, that one success was the only person at disadvantage?
Yep.
Yes.
The DCs, in case you're wondering, was 20, 15, 15.
I was 2 off, goddamn.
Who knew that she was a fan of the old timey songs? All right, she's a fan of the disco.
Alrighty. With that, Esmeralda's eyes open and she splatters awake because you poured some drink down her throat.
Yeah, I'm sure I hit the stomach rather than lungs. I, very chuffed with myself, drink the rest that I made as extra. I am not going to end up sleeping tonight.
She's
Alright.
kind of looking around weakly, though she's on 1 HP.
Welcome back.
Hi, welcome back. Didn't know you were a fan of my music. She gives her a grin.
Were you the only one that helped me come back? Why do I have liquid in my throat?
Hey, I told you folks, it does wake them up.
Sure, Bram, sure. I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder.
We all played a part, from picking up your body, putting into the coffin of holding. I mean, the bag of holding.
You're the only one I heard. Oh, my head.
I am loud. Well, that's why we're in the mansion.
You should probably get some rest. I know how weak you can be when you've just been brought back from the dead.
Yeah, she's going to sort of lean against the wall as she goes and make her way upstairs to her room.
Hey, Mr. Abbott, can you identify magical items?
That is not something I am able to assist you with.
Well,
Can you see if
had to
something is
try.
cursed?
That is also not something I can do. I can feel I can bring back from the dead. That's about the limit of my abilities. You'd want to ask the only spellcasters I know of are Strahd and yourselves.
Had to ask.
Right, well, I think everyone should probably end up getting some rest. Thank you once again,
Yes.
Abbott.
Glad to assist. Good luck out there.
And same to you.
I can't tell whether that's Miya or Sun yawning.
That was Sun. She's gonna kind of lean on Brammyr for a bit, because she's tired.
Oh, I'll end up leaning back since now that everything's happened, the exhaustion's probably starting to hit him now.
I left a perfectly good bowl of yogurt up in my room, so if you excuse me.
That's all much better.
Go and enjoy yourself.
You can hear her humming as she goes back up. Oh, yeah.
Still on the couch, Zesi?
Say that again?
You're still on the couch?
Nope, I am not. I have a room. I made a deal with her. If my next spell hit, I get to choose my room. And my next spell hit.
Well, fancy that.
Not that I trust her, I'm still going to the couch.
Well, get some good night's rest. We've got a long path ahead of us tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question? Those things we got that we can communicate with each other, can we only communicate with just one person, or it goes to everybody?
I think it's our choice, isn't it? We choose the recipients.
Yeah. You can choose all of the group, certain members of the group. To any and or all of the other rings within 500 feet.
Okay. I'd like to message Zesi. I could do this later with him if you want, but I just need to talk to him.
Go for it.
Okay. She used the little thing. Zesi, can you come to my room, please? She sounds not like herself, a little even like scared or pissed or both.
Sure, I'll be there in a sec.
1, you're not here yet.
I go back to the couch and lay down. I give it 10. Then I go to the room.
That was 22 seconds. You lied.
It should have been more than 10 minutes.
Alright. I know you have questions. Ask.
I have no questions.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta talk to the freaky deaky people in space, and you don't want to know what happened.
Sure. Tell me what happened then. But is this not something the whole party should know?
You know I keep things private. Especially when it comes to stuff like this. I have an image to uphold, and the idea that I was weak at any point does not need to surface.
What is it?
You're given 3 questions, and I stupidly ask them at the same time instead of waiting for the answer.
Sounds like you. You're a bit of an idiot.
Rolls her eyes.
What did you ask?
I'll just tell you the answers. We need to stay on our course to get out of here.
We knew that already, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure, because actually the question I asked, that wasn't exactly what I thought it would be, so bite me. The other was... if Mom was still alive, and you'll be so happy to know she is. So you will always get to have your older side chick who is infatuated with you.
Next.
If there's any family in Barovia still.
Mm-hmm. And?
He killed them all. And I don't have the memory of any of them who they were. And it pisses me off.
But you didn't have a memory or know there was any anyway. So it makes no difference.
Still family. All I've left is you and Mom.
And we can go gravestone hunting once this is over. Or we can just ask Strahd. I'm sure he knows.
And I'll sure he'll lie. And no, I don't know what the whatever just about me. I feel fine. Just go to your room. I made it normal, you freaking a-hole.
I'll leave and go to the couch.
And before you leave, she like wraps her arms around you from behind. It was nice to know you were still there when I woke up.
Do you want me to sleep on the floor tonight?
She kind of walks away and the small, like, but very comfortable looking couch appears in her room.
I'll sleep on the couch.
She doesn't say a damn other word to him and just goes lays down in her bed. Snuggled up with all her dolls.
Are there any other conversations?
Not really. Son will fall asleep like a rock. Sorry.
Okay. I'm
Sorry
typing out
for
a
dis-
message to somebody on Discord.
Sorry for destroying everyone's ears.
It's fine.
There's a mute button.
I know. I'm not fast enough most of the time. So hey, we heal back up, right?
Yep. Full uninterrupted long rest.
Holy Jesus, spell slots. Oh,
Yeah, you don't say.
I do say.
Let me change my spell.
Spells and spells.
I just realized I've been muted.
Good job.
I'll probably be one of the first ones up bright and early.
Same as usual.
Head over to training room. Start practicing a bit with Pyamol some more until more people come down for breakfast, and then join them for that.
Yeah, I'll probably follow you to the training room.
Do at any point you slam Pyamol into the floor?
No, I do not want to try that in here.
Fair.
Whilst I get the instinct feeling of something like that, I don't want to try something like that in an enclosed space.
Yeah, you can feel them all almost begging you to do it. It seems like someone really wants you to do it, but if you don't, then you don't.
No, I shan't.
Once Bryseis is up, I ask her for the bag to get the armor.
She comes down. She has been gotten dressed already. And, oh, yeah, sure, hon. Hands her the bag, and it's like, yeah, I need to use my sewing skills that I have to make that bag of that coffin bag of holding. I think that would be appropriate.
I
Watch your
agree,
body in
actually.
there.
Is there any left?
I am acknowledging that I've seen that message.
I will take 10 minutes and cast Detect Magic as a ritual on the thing.
Okay. You don't detect any magic.
Okay, I will cast Remove Curse on it.
Nothing.
Okay. What kind of armor is it?
Plate armor.
And what do I have?
Not as good.
Chainmail. Right. I will wear it.
Okay. It takes you some time to don the armor, and you will actually need the sisters because plate armor is ridiculous like that.
I'll help her with it on it. You know,
Thank you.
like, it was one of my specialties back at home that when men wanted to suit up to go to war, they would come see me. Apparently, I had the right touch, she would say.
Really?
I
Let's
walked past and
check
I
that.
go. I walk past. I sniff twice. I go. You have a strong scent, and I sense bullshit. And I walk to the table. I get up on my stool and I start eating.
Well,
Can I make a
let's
deception
check.
check? Can I make a deception check for that?
Uh,
Is that you
look,
trying to?
Sure.
I'm focusing on. I mean, go for it if you want. I'm trying to type out a dream that somebody had.
Well, I'm convinced.
I believe it, but I'm it's more me poking fun now. With the insight. I say, I make the comment, I go, internal thoughts. But maybe. God damn. Plus 11.
Yeah. She can make you believe anything.
Expertise is fun.
Yeah, never insight a bard. It's not worth it.
Even if in that one, you're still gonna fail.
Yeah.
So, everyone all good and in peak condition, or mostly peak? Looking at Esmeralda.
Somebody just received a PM on Discord.
Ooh. I jest it wasn't me.
So, plate armor, you said?
Yep, plate armor, which is AC 18.
What's
We
it
have
look
a...
like?
It is a ornate suit of burgundy plate armor, which all the detail on it is gilded in gold.
Fancy.
So, how do I look?
Oh, so pretty. I didn't think plate mail armor could look so good. That's why I didn't study to be a, paladin or those things. Ugh, plate armor. Are you kidding me? But that actually looks pretty good.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
Does offer
Bit
a lot of
heavy.
protection. It's just I don't wear that type of stuff myself. Can you imagine how difficult it would be to turn into a bear inside that tin can?
I'm sure it would look nice on the bear too.
There's a reason why they barred animals. Just doesn't quite work the same.
I wonder if that man ever finished that outfit for that dog. Now that I think about it, maybe I can get him to make a bear one for you, Brammyr.
I shall give it some thought. I have given it some
Evil
thought.
grin.
With like a finger up to my lips, like in attempting to be intent thinking. I have given it some thought. No.
I'm just gonna have to learn to sew how myself because there's so many things that I want to do, and if I just learn it myself, I could be just as good as
I would rather not add tieflings to my repertoire of prey.
Oh, honey, you really want to hunt me down?
I sort of give the most deadpan look.
Oh, I keep forgetting. I need to put on fur for you to find me attractive. I mean, I
One more
can make a
comment.
furry costume.
One more comment, and this table is getting flipped, and not by me.
I mean, go for it. I'll just put it back and make it shinier than before.
I'm just saying, one comment. And an angry bear flips this table.
Children, please.
I'll be able to
Stop
get the measurements
fighting.
for your new outfit.
I bear form and flip the table right at Bryseis.
Bryseis,
Full
can you
on.
make me a dexterity save?
The entire length table just goes up.
Brammyr,
When I
can
just
you make me a
spell it?
strength check? Bryseis, can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
I get
Actually,
advantage.
and actually, anyone that would be on Bryseis' side of the table make a dexterity save.
Yeah, probably.
F
She helped
you,
me.
I'm better.
Yeah.
You heard Sadie
Nope.
instead of me.
The one time I'm glad I'm not in the room.
Yep, Brammyr, you
I'm
see.
still buckling my armor. No.
Yep, Brammyr, you see Sage. So you see Bryseis dive out of the way, but you end up flipping the table straight into Sage. Sage, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hey! What the fuck?
Brammyr.
Bryseis is on the ground.
I'll take out
laughing.
my warhammer.
Oh god.
Children, please. Stop.
Come on.
Wow,
If you
Strahd
wanna
didn't
hit
have
me,
to tell you
hit
to
me.
fight each other.
Yeah, cat.
I dare you to try again.
He's got all mad because he likes the burst.
Not yet, Primal. Not yet. Slowly stroking the hammer palm.
Come on,
You
I
see
can
the
take
gem
it.
flaring with fire.
I'm willing to spar with you, Sage, but we'll do it non-lethally. It was not my intention to hit you with that table.
Excuses. Apologies. Sorry. Excuses accepted.
Excuses.
Apologies. Sorry. It's words.
Yeah,
Poor
the
Brammyr,
saying
he's
would be
just
apologies.
very mad.
I'm just ignoring, like that side of the table just doesn't exist.
I'm
I
gonna
do.
put a hand on Brammyr's shoulder, try and calm him down a bit.
It's quite alright. I wasn't actually angry. It's just I've always wanted to try and give B what she actually deserves half the time.
I give myself what I deserve, thank you. Love, pampering, and attention.
I sort of with the hilt side of Paimon, I lightly poke at Sage. So you want to give this armor a try then?
Oh, sure. Always.
Oh, don't dent it, it's so pretty.
I suppose we'll just go into non-lethal sparring then.
Yes.
Alright. Do you actually want to roll for it?
I'll do one.
Oh my. Yes. Yes, it does hit.
It's non-lethal, I'm not rolling damage.
Brammyr,
Mm-hmm.
give
Oh.
me a strength check.
Did I hit you too?
You do.
The servants,
Oh,
by the way, are
God.
walking around
Oh.
asking if anybody would like to taste bets.
Oh.
I'm pulling my punches, I'm not going for damage.
Yeah, Brammyr, you swing your maul hard enough, and yes, it's just going to hit you as well. That you do actually see a dent appear in the plate, and then a moment later, it fills itself back out again.
I wonder with that strength
Oh.
check, I didn't crit with Pyramore, but I crit with a strength check. Does that mean
Does that mean what?
Does that mean I put her flat on her face? Flat on her ass?
No, because it wasn't a crit with Pyramore.
Right, okay.
Although the hit does stagger you a bit, Sage.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch out! It's brand new.
All the more to
Apparently
wear
it
it down.
stays that way.
I think it's actually pretty old.
What was that, Miya?
I think it's actually pretty old.
Right. Still, it's the first time I wear it.
It makes it look battle hardened, that's all.
Right. You're right.
But
Although
yeah, you
it
did.
seems like the damage that you dealt to it didn't stick.
Yeah.
And yes, you did clock me around the head as well. Alright, I suppose I just continue sparring then rather than...
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep rolling check.
And it's self-mending. Really nice.
Means I can dent it all I want now.
You can try.
Alright. After that's done, and there's nothing anyone else is doing.
Well, have breakfast.
On the flip table.
Bryseis has already set it back up like it was. And breakfast is being brought out. It is very light on the meat this time. It mostly is all comfort food for her.
I'm wondering if the person who got a PM is going to share anything or not.
Oh shit.
After
No,
I
I
think it's 10
didn't see
minutes.
that you replied to
Hey
it.
guys, Miya got the PM.
It's just a weird dream. Hey B. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. I'm fine. That just made me even better. Needed that laugh.
Do you feel any different?
I'm a bit more, instead of rip Strahd's head off, I now want to include his other head. But besides that, not normal.
Can I insight check that?
What is it with you on wanting to dismember my villain?
Boo 12.
He did that something to her family, so... Hi dog. Dog! I mean, again, I've been through so much worse before. I'll have to tell you this one story.
There's about half an hour left on the mission.
Damn. Alright.
But for now, eat. And yes, I do have some of your meat stuff as well.
It's just that both times I died, I came back a bit different, so I just want to make sure that you're okay.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, when you come back from the dead, you get a bit mad. Wait, speaking, someone still is, as I turn the sage.
Not me. I'm fine.
Make a
Yeah,
deception
see?
check.
Me? Oh,
Sage.
deception. I heard perception.
Can I insight it?
Yes.
I'm not gonna bother, I already know there's something wrong.
It's a nat 20.
Yeah, she's lying through. Teeth.
Sage.
Just convincing myself.
I mean, yeah, y'all can
I'm not telling you to
decide.
insight check yourself.
Well, say you could insight check me if you want, but no, Bryseis says he's perfectly fine. I guess I'm just too good for their little spells or whatever. I feel fine.
I do want to point out I didn't know that I was affected by it until days after.
I mean, I already had a near-death experience and came back fine when I was a kid. It's all good.
I think that actually explains a lot.
Oh, does it?
Never mind. We'll just keep our eyes peeled, and if there's anything funky, then we might bring it up. Which, another thing, how much power of your magic stuff does it take, Sage, to use the thing you used on me?
I cannot use it anymore. It was one use only. Until I get better at it.
I see.
That's fine. Don't mean anything.
No, I was more meaning for herself, but
I'm fine.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not
See,
fine.
she's fine.
You're not fine.
I can
I'm
tell
functional.
functional's right.
You know you can
She
talk
has-
to us, right?
Yeah, I know.
Well, should we get to the Ember Temple?
To
Yes,
the
let's go.
Ember Temple. Ember Temple.
Long right ahead of us.
Yep. So, I can remind you that from what you've seen of it, Mount Gacchus is a long way away. It is a very tall mountain, and the entire time you've been here, you've been able to see it. It's been covered in snow.
We do have
Are
fur.
there any final preparations you wish to make?
We do have fur cloaks.
Yeah, I got my flare coat, and we had more made. And did we ever go back and get the one for the dog?
That's really not necessary.
But did we?
His fur is
I mean-
made for the cold, unlike mine that's made for the heat.
I mean, if he dies of frostbite, apparently he can get brought back to life the next day with no additional costs like with us.
It was gonna be so good. I'm learning how to sew. That is my revolution of myself. I am going to learn how to sew. Just like I learned how to paint when I was a kid. I was quite good at it.
I can teach you how to cook sometime if you want.
I'm already a master chef.
I look at the vegan meals in front of you. And I look back at you. Master Chef Rabbits.
Well, I'm going to go get my winter best on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, surely. Get my fur coat on as well.
She hollers back down, just change into a bear.
I would if
So,
I could stay that long.
You notice when you go looking for your fur coat that all the dolls you had on your bed are not there.
The moment he said all of your dolls, I looked to the chat space.
The house all of a sudden becomes one room, one big room, and so that way no one could hide if they're in the mansion because there's only one room, and you will see Bryseis, and she looks inflamed in some way, shape, or form. Even if she's not, it's somehow you just imagine that it's that, and this voice coming from some dimension of hell, you just hear reverberating throughout the house. Zesi! You're dying tonight! Zesi! Where is he? Because you should be able to see him.
He ran out of the mansion. He bailed. The moment that he went upstairs,
He's out.
Okay, well, she's running after him. She's on the broom. She is going headlong like Cruella de Vil after the puppies in that car with her eyes, going after Zesi.
What, not even looking for her dolls?
I turned to the I just turned to the others and go, do any of your siblings, and if so, are they like that?
I don't.
Zesi, can you make me a stealth check?
Natural 20.
Oh my.
I'm not exactly hiding, I'm just standing outside the portal. I'm not like running for it, just like I'm not in the
then
mansion.
Bryseis crashes straight into you.
Crashes into you, does about 3 rolls, pins you down to the ground, and stares at you.
What? What do you want?
Where are they?
Or what?
My dolls. You remember the last time you did this? I don't think the scar healed, Zesi.
Does it look like I have them on me? The amount you have in my pockets full of them. They're in the mansion, why do you have them?
They're not on there.
Look like I have them? Oh, I need my pockets inside out.
You moved them. Where are they?
I haven't touched them.
Can I insight check him?
Zesi, make a deception check. Bryseis, make an insight check.
Yes!
He's telling the truth.
Honestly, I haven't got them.
If I
Haven't me?
find
It must
them.
have been one of the others.
Okay, then she gets up off the broom and races back inside and stares all at them now, like she was staring at Zesi.
Now I run.
Where are the dolls? Can she see them in the mansion, like when the walls all
Make a
came up?
perception check.
Oh shit.
Okay. So you made the mansion one room. So you're pretty sure that you have no idea how your dolls are up on those rafters, in the middle of that bookshelf over there. Is that one hanging from a ceiling fan?
She goes and collects all of them, all the broom, and she counts and makes sure every single one of them is accounted for.
I don't think anyone else tried to grab one, so you do find all of them.
Definitely not.
I didn't even see them.
Are you sure about that, Sage?
Okay, yeah, maybe.
She puts
Okay.
them all in her bag.
You find all but one.
Oh! Which one is missing?
The Strahd one.
That.
Brammyr's refilled his stein. Just drinking.
Where's Betty? She looks at all of them.
Sun just shrugs.
Why would I have anything to do with your obsession? 'Cause 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 'C
She looks at Sage.
I look at Sage.
I'll come back in the mansion and look at Sage.
Really, it's just a weird one. You don't really need it.
She goes up to her very closely and puts her hand out. Her hand is shaking.
All right.
Make me a deception check.
I'll see the-
I think she's hand it over anyway, will she?
Hey, Bryseis, make me an
Yeah.
insight check.
I'll hand it over.
Fine.
Yeah.
Don't mess with the dolls.
Wow, 2 nat 20s in a row from Ray.
It's because it was about the dolls.
I will take that
It's a
apology
weird
now,
one,
B.
though. So, shall we go?
I know you had something to do with this. Touch them again, and I will leave another scar across your face.
Alright, now that everyone's done threatening everyone
Excellent,
else, can we go?
Yep.
That's not a threat. That's a promise.
But yeah, with that, I'm going to say let's call our 5-10 minute break here. So if you're doing to get out, stretch your legs, grab a drink, whatever, now is a good time to do so. We will pick up with your ride to Tsolenka Pass and the Amber Temple.
I'm gonna be right back.
Stupid nat 20 perception check.
My dolls!
Even
My dolls!
even in my message to the GM, it was like, I'm going to hide them. Blown out of the portal.
Wait, what was,
Every single one of them.
what was that? I don't know if I think I broke up there. I
It
didn't
was
hear.
him.
He did.
He said he was going to hide them so that they all got blown out of the portal when it disappeared.
My message to the GM.
Oh my god.
Stupid nat 20.
If only we had an hour left instead of half an hour, I could have short rested and I got my lichen form back.
You wasted it on a table flip.
And my 5 hit points.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest, if there's ever a point to waste a turning into a bear moment for a table flip.
I'll be right back.
I wish that one of us was an artist just to capture that moment of like mid-transformation Brammyr flipping a table as it's in midair. Bryseis just dives out of the way and poor Sage is there clipping on some more of the armor, just shit.
Look of horror on her face.
Which god has forsaken me? Oh yeah. I was looking at my tree bait and I was like confused about its things. I think it's still worse than Pyramore though, even if I use it against plants. Maybe I can sell it on to a lumberjack that's like down his luck.
Sage is a cleric, right?
Yes, yes.
Did I ever give you the scrolls of blessed protection and spiritual weapon?
I don't think so.
Because they're in my inventory and I just looked at it. And I'm like, Sage have some scrolls?
Hey, thank you. I'll take that. I add it to my inventory.
Now I'm just carrying around a wizard spellbook and 2 spell scrolls of fly. Because every
Thank
time
you.
we get a random loot crate, I get spell scrolls of fly.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Everyone's still got their charms, haven't they?
Yeah, but half of mine is gone.
I don't even know what my charm was.
Featherfall?
Yes,
Heroes
I
was
think
mine.
it was.
Restoration was
Mine.
Sage's.
Yeah.
Speed
Use
would have
frogs.
been Sug's, probably.
Yeah, I think I got something that was completely useless.
No, it's fine. You just basically, in like the end fight, be like thunderstorm on top of Castle Ravenloft's roof. We're facing up at Strahd, and in a last ditch effort, you'll just look them in the eyes and go, "It's time to go the same way Tatiana went," and just rugby the edge of it. And as you're both free falling, you go, "And it's time to say goodbye." Kick off away from him and activate your charm feather falling. But it's just to the point where you're grabbing hold of him so he can't turn into a bat, and then you just tombstone in, and then just activate last second like some superhero.
Yeah,
And
but it'll be
land.
that point where it'll be 10 days and like 10 seconds, and I won't have it. Yeah, I have the 2 spell scrolls of fly instead. He needs the feather fall when you can just fly.
I still have a scroll that will make fire.
Oh yeah, the bonfire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have used it on like the scarecrows.
I have fireball.
True.
Yeah.
True.
No, I'm gonna use it if like something happens really bad up where we're in the cold area, or I'll just set something on fire in Strahd's mansion just to piss him off.
I'm back.
Good timing.
No.
Do you need me for something?
No, she was just talking about arson and Castle Ravenloft.
Okay then.
We're not entering it, we're just burning it down.
We'll smoke the bitch out.
Yeah. And get them one by one.
Do we have everyone, or are we still missing people?
I think we got. Do we have Miya?
Nope.
We don't have Miya.
Oh, then that gives me time to eat my ice cream.
It's not season for ice cream.
Is there really a season for ice cream?
In a country where it is warm and cold, yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I drink iced coffee year round. Hey, we've been in an Arctic blast the last couple of days.
True.
It's been colder here than it has been where y'all live.
And how are you surviving then?
A lot of layers. A lot of layers. And a
What's-
space heater.
How low has it been? Welcome back.
Welcome back.
How low has it been getting over there in Celsius?
Way below
Negatives.
freezing.
Yeah, negatives.
Yeah, but like negatives how much? Because it's been getting negatives here before.
I don't know. Like the lowest it got was 17 degrees, which is in Fahrenheit. Freezing is 32, which is y'all's 0.
Minus
Yeah,
8.
but it's exponential. -8 is 17 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, so -8 like that.
Is that it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's getting to -11 in January, February here.
No, don't say February. It's gonna be warm and sunny.
That's Germany.
Oh, yeah.
I live is much more normal than that.
Yeah, it's more like -15, you know.
Yeah. For Ray, 12.2 degrees Fahrenheit is where it's going to peak at its lowest, where I am.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't think it was that different.
I'm gonna, like, have on thermal underwear, the bear suit, hats, gloves, scarf, sunglasses,
Oh,
probably
when,
multiple socks.
Now, Basingstoke, which is the closest city to me, hottest month is
Hey,
August,
Charlie.
coldest month is
Hey.
February.
Yeah, sorry.
February we don't generally go to 0. It gets as low as 1 degree with a high of 7.
Wait till you go
Average
to the north.
I won't be going to the north. I am staying in the south.
So it's a low of 34 where I am, and that's in the middle of the night.
Okay, so I'm good. Okay. I'll only need 2 sweaters instead of 3. Okay.
And hello, Charlie.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Say hi, dear. No, you didn't.
push to
Don't
talk.
say hi.
Push to talk.
Oh, maybe.
Nope, that's not coming through, dear.
Do I need to remake
You
my deal with
broke
the
it.
technical difficulties handout?
Is this a
Which
goal?
has a picture of a Serac.
I don't know what he's doing. We couldn't play Left 4 Dead the other night because of this whatever he did.
You're just going to have to yell across the house to you so your mic picks it up.
That was
I mean,
literally
it
how I
probably
was hearing them when we were playing for Dead.
Yep, that's how you hear. Charlie, say something.
Something.
No, say it loud so they can hear you on my mic.
Yeah,
There we go.
there we go. That works. That's how it works. That's how it's going to go. All right. So,
But he can hear us, so it's good. So Glom's
awesome.
gonna get spit out of the mansion. He overslept. It's all good. Can he come flying out and like hit a tree or something?
Nah, he just ejected and fell flat on his face.
I imagine that if he did get spat out and hit a tree, the
You cut out
It would
there.
be what?
the tree falls down is what I said.
Oh, god damn it, really?
Oh,
There we go.
Inline mic mute.
Nice.
It's a new headset, leave me alone.
it's happened to me before. Don't worry.
The same one I own. Get good.
All right.
Well, I'm
So-
eating, Glom's just there for flavor text.
We mount up and make our way, I think. Unless there was anything people wanted to do in Curse.
I think we're good.
Hey, wait! Isn't that where the guy is that made the clothes?
Yes.
I was hoping she would not remember
Okay, guys,
that.
I'll catch up to you in just a minute. Can I go check on that
What are you checking for?
to see if he actually made the clothes for the dog?
Sam told you it wasn't necessary.
She went off and did it while Split said he could care the
Yeah,
horses.
That's not.
Either it's the 10 pounds of makeup she puts on and all of the jewelry she wears. It doesn't matter if it's necessary.
I mean, it being nighttime out, everyone has closed their shop.
Permanently.
Yep.
Damn.
Fine, she follows the group.
I guess people are kinda scared.
Yeah. Because this is permanent. That generally means something bad is happening somewhere. And if I could stop rolling random encounters that you guys are just going to breeze through, that would be great.
It's fine, let us breeze through them.
Yeah, let us praise.
Well, I don't think you want to throw you up against 3d6 walls, so that just becomes what do each of you do to kill them all?
I could probably take them all out myself, to be fair. In one hit with new
See,
Pyremore.
a quarter.
I'll use banishment.
Do you actually?
No.
You disappoint me.
I only have 2 spells.
So you get them back on short rest, which you can do through travel. Anyway.
Use banishment, anyway.
Anyway, so
I have banishment on my spell sheet. It says don't use next to it.
yeah, because it auto fails while within Barovia.
Right.
Yeah, you ride out from Kresk and start your journey south up Mount Gakis in the middle of the night.
Somebody remind me to use my spells when we sleep next. I can take that.
Yeah.
And
Fur coats on.
yep.
I've had mine on the whole time.
Yeah.
Because
Who's
it's
keeping a
cold
lookout?
here.
I
I am.
Me.
I think all of us probably by this point were that
Yes.
paranoid.
It's a little hard to spot through the darkness, but first Sun and Glom with their, and actually Zesi, because fucking super acute dark vision, and then the rest of you all notice sort of in the boughs of a tree there seems to be a bundle. Like you found very early on in your journey in Barovia.
Oh, is that a Were Raven bundle?
Let's go take a look.
I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled around for anything that might be using it as an ambush.
So who's climbing up the tree to grab it?
I
Well,
will,
either the
so I can
cat
fall
or
back
I can
down,
fly.
and then someone can go and do it properly.
Make me an athletics or acrobatics, your choice which.
Athletics is -1, so I'll take the acrobatics as 0.
Not bad.
No, you managed to scramble up the tree. And it seems to be a bundle of clothes with a single raven feather on top of it.
This is high, I don't like it up here. Does it look like there are any traps? Does it look like there's anything attached to the clothes?
Make me an investigation check. I mean, pretty impressive if someone managed to trap a tree.
It might do.
You never know.
Have
with
Have you
you
not
fallen
seen
trees.
Star Wars?
You know, the branch is like half cut, so when I step out to get it, it falls. I'll just
Stop.
like...
It's not trapped.
Don't give the GM ideas.
I will take it and go back down.
You do as such.
Just clothes and a single raven feather.
Yep.
How old does the raven feather seem to be? Like it's been up there for a while, or
It looks like it's been up there for at least a few days.
Didn't we
It's
have
been,
another
what,
raven
2
feather at
days
some point?
since the winery was destroyed. It's probably been up there for more like 5 or 6.
What was Hobbit?
So didn't we get more raven feathers at some point?
We've seen something like this before.
Glom gets a
When
horrified
we-
look on his face and screams, "Oh gods, no!"
Something up?
Yeah, we're gonna be fighting naked bird people next?
We haven't yet, and we've already found one of these.
They're naked, Glom. I thought you'd like that.
Zesi, do you mind if I take the feather?
I wanted to get another one and take them to my haunts, but sure.
here you can have that one. I'll give you the one raven feather that I've had for like months now.
What kind of clothes are in the bundle?
Seem like just traveling clothes, maybe hunting gear for a single human.
What sort of gear? Or literally just hunting gear, nothing.
It's literally just clothes that you would use to hunt in. And maybe a were-raven left it.
Anybody want dead people clothes?
Yeah, sure.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Sage, someone might need those.
I'm just picturing like a raven coming back with their clothes. They're gone. One dead.
Hint, were-ravens.
Surely not.
Maybe it was
2
one of
days
the
later,
ones
we
in the
see a
cage.
guy running around in the forest butt naked. What happened to you? Somebody stole my clothes. I don't know how the hell they got all the way up in that tree, but it's not funny.
Oh, who'd
I
have
told you! This is why we listen to Glom!
Yeah, I'll take them. If we
But-
find someone naked, that will solve the problem.
Mystery solved.
Okay.
Let's carry on.
You guys are dicks to were-ravens.
Yeah, we left them the first time.
Okay. You continue on your journey south, and the path winds round, and starting to go up the mountain. It runs for several miles. Eventually, the dirt road that you're used to turns to gravel, turns a bend, starts to loop up. You've been traveling for 5 or 6 hours with how the travel goes, and eventually you're getting to the point where you're going to have to stop and throw up the mansion. Especially at night time, it's not the best. And even through your fur coat, you're starting to feel a bit of a chill.
I mean, it's constantly nighttime.
Hiding
Bryseis.
both round two.
But you're also getting tired of traveling.
Yeah.
Like, it's towards the end of the day, you're going to have to mansion up.
Bryseis, is it possible to get the horses inside? And I don't think they would make it a night out here.
But they're gonna leave a mess.
You can make
Fine.
a stable.
I'm making it a Bryseis stable. Oh god, here sprouts up the mansion with a stable, and it is a My Little Pony rainbow, like you would not believe, glittery stable. The horses will now have accessories when they go into it too, as well.
Explodes into existence with glitter and fanfare.
Actually,
Good to see you
Even
back
at this
to your
point-
old self, B.
even at this point, it's been cold for most of the time you've been traveling. Can each of the horses make me a Constitution saving throw?
Umbra, do you want me to roll for our horse, or do you want to do it?
I'll do it.
You have access to the riding horse handout.
How many do we have?
You have, let me check my scroll page. You have 4 riding horses and Skull Splitter.
Right. For mood. 18.
Passes.
For Zesi's horse. Oh, unless Zesi wants to roll for it.
Yes, so I can fail it. What do I need to
Okay.
roll?
Riding horse in monsters. If you just click the con.
Yeah. Con. Yes! Roll so I can fail it.
Fails.
Uh,
Zez's horse looks noticeably tired.
And Sage's horse.
I'll do it.
Fails.
Of course.
Funnily, the horses are whispering their roles to the GM, so
None of us can see what our only we can only see what our own respective horses are like.
Oh, my horse is fine. My horse is doing very well today. We got someone
Esmeralda needs to roll for her horse, and Glom needs to roll for Skull Splitter.
I'll roll for Esmeralda's horse.
Oh, I already just did.
Oh, well,
15.
that works.
Where the hell did I put the draft horse?
I was about to say, like, I don't see draft horse anywhere, so I did the riding horse first.
That works. There we go. Now I see draft horse.
We had the same con.
+1?
Yep, they're both the same. So the riding horse would have worked. Every roll
Yep.
through.
Yep, okay, it's only Sage's horse and Zesi's horse that look to be really tired of the cold. They both have 1 level of exhaustion until they're rested. Your horses are going to have to start making lots of checks, friends.
Will they
Alright,
have a
so
warm, glittery stable to rest in tonight?
Yep.
In the
The
mansion, by the way,
temperature
there is a huge fireplace, and each one of the rooms will also have their own fireplace.
By the time that you guys rested, it seems like the heat has completely gone out of this area. It dropped to -17 Celsius
Jeez.
before you guys called a rest. That is 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
I am from the hills, not from the cold. The fireplaces are very welcome.
Yeah, so even with your fur coats, it was getting uncomfortable.
Oh, it's good to be inside.
Yeah, it's a damn shame I'm not more experienced. Some of my kind could keep their form up for hours.
At that experience line, Bryseis spits out the food she was eating.
The what, sorry?
The food she was eating.
Oh.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Bree.
Did it ever leave?
Fair point.
I get a feeling arguably I'm more experienced than any of you with my age. So I just have a slow tilt of the head to be.
Oh, really? Do you think in my profession that I haven't been around the block a few times?
I know that you haven't. I have been told that you haven't when you brought me back to life.
Do we need to have another wash the bear party?
Oh no.
I can take care of that if you want.
Now she has spit fully the food she was eating.
Yeah, it's probably good for your health. Might want to try some meat once in a while.
No. No, I won't. Eating animals is disgusting.
Brammyr.
Can I read my book for an hour or two?
Fine.
I'll be going through the Tome of Strahd, given that I was unconscious when B read it to the others.
Oh, yeah.
She will gladly give it to you. And be like, yeah, it's such good reading.
Right, did I say that your mansion lasts for 12 hours?
I thought so.
Okay, cool. I was just trying to remember.
I'll be in the quiet moments of things when like people are reading and people are eating and I'll be eating myself. I'll just have that one raven feather sort of clutched lightly into my hand.
I do hope they're fine.
Bryseis is just talking about all these things, about things she can do and, you know, her skills at everything.
Is it more excessive than usual, or is it just B being B?
Yeah,
It's hard to tell.
Bit more excessive than usual.
Let's say that would be uncomfortable. Yeah, it's a bit more excessive than her norm.
after of listening to this list half-assed, and after I've finished, oh, I'm gonna go get an early rest. I'd say bright and early up in the morning, but morning doesn't come now. So, until we rest and ride again.
Yep.
Miya, will you be needing to deal with critters tonight?
No.
Okay.
I cannot. Is that PM that I should read? Well, now.
It's just a cute animal.
Okay.
Off to bed I go.
I'm gonna follow you. And yeah, no, in my state, I am not gonna be leaving early.
Okay, noted. Just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Okay. Then Brammyr and Son head off to bed.
Yep.
Is everyone else just eventually going to drift off, or are there any more conversations going on?
Bryseis is going to go up to her room and go to sleep with her dolls clutched and locking her door, and Zesi's not allowed in.
A loud bang can be heard as Glom uses his kick door.
Is that you trying to open B's door?
No.
It's
Not
locked.
stupid.
It's locked.
How much can I read?
I'd say another 2 hours.
Okay.
That's a dead scratch, no encounter. That works. At the end of every hour, basically, because it is going to be so blisteringly cold from now on, your horses are going to have to be making constitution saves against exhaustion.
But not while they're in the stable.
Correct.
Okay.
But if you take them any further up the mountain, that is a save every hour.
How many hours does it look like it'll take us to get to the Umbra Temple?
Based on the map, with the horses, you might be able to make it there in a day, but that's going to be 8 or 9 hours of travel with a save at the end of every hour for the horses.
Are we faster on foot?
No.
Almost as fast.
You are actually not that far behind the pace of the horses on foot, as it's a gravel trail, it's going out the mountains, and they're going to get slowed by exhaustion soon enough.
Would we not be having to make those saves then, instead of the horses?
You have fur coats, cold weather gear.
Can we stretch the doggy one to fit a horse?
You didn't get the dog one.
See, that is such a good idea.
You didn't get the dog one anyway, but no, you wouldn't have been able to.
Should we leave the horses here then?
Yeah, I think so.
If we leave them here, then they'll still die. We need to let them
Yeah, a bit
loose.
lower.
We need to let them loose. We need to set them off to the wild and let them run and get away from here if we want to do that.
I suppose it's on foot from here then.
I suppose so. Alright.
Okay, so your night passes, and again, Son, that same dream comes back to you. Though this time it's more focused on the middle part rather than the start and the end. Like you have much more of an impression of that. It sticks with you longer. And then back to sleep. And you'll wake up after, you hope, 8 hours.
Okay, After the second night of that dream, I am going to mention it to the others.
I'll be
Sorry, one sec.
I'll be taking the horses out of the mansion and getting them to sort of, smack them on the back to run off back down the mountain.
Okay.
I'll have a few words with my horse before it goes.
I'll be doing that as well, probably as well.
Telling him how thankful I've been for everything, and that I don't.
Glom has a tearful goodbye with Skull Splitter. You be a good boy, and you brush your teeth.
Bryseis casually watches them as she sits on her broom.
Over the breakfast table, whenever we do have breakfast. So, I've had this weird dream 2 times in a row now.
What is it?
Something about the hilt of a sword, just the hilt though. And, everything is tinted orangey yellow. And there's something about 2 men standing over a model of Castle Ravenloft. One is strangely young and yet old. The other is skeletal with red fire burning in his eyes. It's very weird.
Was the old one Brammyr?
Hey.
No.
I'm not that old. He's run to wolf anyway.
I think I might need to clarify. Let me just edit this to clarify some details.
Okay.
I might be double your age. Still young for a dwarf, though.
I can tell you edited it, but I can't tell what you changed.
Yeah, I'll paste the edited line.
Oh, yeah, there was sunlight shining from all the windows of the castle, and then the castle crumbles to dust, revealing the hilt, the sword hilt, floating inside. I said it was weird, but I've had it twice in a row, and in this place, I don't think that dreams are just dreams.
I wonder why it's you that's getting these dreams.
I don't think I've had a single dream since I've been here. I can't put anything onto it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd mention it.
Maybe you're predicting the future. The castle as we Strahd.
I don't think I have any magical abilities. I've never done anything.
I like Zesi's theory, though.
Just thinking of the positives.
Rightly so. Right, right, well. The horses have been sent down. We've said our goodbyes. It's just us from here on out.
Oh joy.
On we go
Well,
then.
let's go, children. She gets on her broom and starts walking. Starts riding.
He gets on a broom, starts walking.
Waddling with it between her legs.
Glom, you still seem to be at 8 health on my screen. You might want to restore yourself to full.
That means he's setting up a battle map, guys.
I mean, it might just be setting up the Amber Temple map.
As we
But we
walk,
will
I'm
need
gonna
not.
keep an eye out for danger,
Yeah.
ambushes, stuff like that.
Okay.
I've got palm all in my hand. It's lit up like a bit more on fire, just for that bit more warmth around us.
Yep, noted. Okay. And you get to about here, and the shelf of rock on which the mountain road clings grows narrower. To your left, the icy cliffs rise sharply toward dark roiling clouds. To your right, the ground falls away into a sea of fog. Ahead, through the wind, snow, and darkness, you see a high wall of black stone lined with spikes and topped by statues of demonic vultures with horned heads. Set in the centre of the wall is a closed-down portcullis, behind which burns a curtain of green flame.
Green flame!
On the other side of the dark wall, gripping the mountain's edge, is a guard tower of white stone, topped by golden statues of mighty warriors. I'm going to pull you over. There is a side view of this, so here you go.
Okay.
And you have been placed on a map.
Well, that looks like we're gonna have to go through that.
Well, I don't see anything.
Anything I can tell about like the stonework?
Make me a survival check.
Do I get stone cutting with this?
Yes, you do.
So
The
that's
thing is actually just out of our dark vision range.
+3 to that because it's stone
Okay,
cutting.
it says it can see it. The gatehouse itself is definitely old, and those statues, you don't think it's a good idea to provoke the statues. You don't think those are actually statues.
They don't look very. They don't look very stony, and I know my stone. I think we might be in for a fight.
Great.
Let's
It
go
looks
then.
almost like petrification is set in.
Oh, more petrification or gargoyle?
Petrification.
And I'll relay that to the group.
If we're going to move, can we move slowly as a group?
Yeah.
Just so if there is something, I'm able to see it before we get there. Then us all rushing off.
Yeah, I'm keeping to try and be in the middle of the pack. Just so then Primal keeping us warm.
Okay. Yeah, you should now be able to see the green fire behind the portcullis.
Is it like that bit?
Yes. Actually, I'm going to say the portcullis is open just for my own sanity's sake, because I don't see a method to open it otherwise.
Okay.
I still don't see the door.
That will be because you only have 40 foot of vision.
Yes.
Because I'm presuming that you cast light on yourself every time.
I mean, I've also got light
she
coming
would
off
see
me
the
as well.
flames. Yeah, she would see
Yes.
the flames.
Yeah, but the flame itself doesn't produce light because roll 20.
Oh shit.
I still don't see anything up ahead.
Okay.
Would it be better for one person to sneak ahead from this point?
Well, you have the curtain of green fire in the way.
I meant to inspect that fire.
Well, it's green, so it definitely looks magical.
Uh-huh.
If you want to have a closer look at it, go for it.
Sure. Why not?
Zesi, make an Arcana check. You are pretty sure that this is a spell effect that you're going to have to find a way to either suppress or destroy. This looks like a curtain of fire that is going to, if someone tries to walk through it.
Okay. I could try and dispel it. Shall I?
How much energy will that use?
Sorry?
Actually, to be fair, we might end up getting a rest before. Sure.
I will dispel magic.
Okay, can you make me a wisdom check?
Again.
Okay. It's a little bit of a fight, but eventually you feel your magic push through whatever this enchantment is, and the fire parts. It's still burning right at the edge. It feels like you've suppressed it. You think for about a minute the portcullis is safe to pass through.
Okay, let's go. I cannot hold it too long.
Alright.
I'll go last.
Rush my way through.
Okay. Yeah. And you come through, and on the other side of the wall, as I said earlier, gripping the mountain's edge, is a guard tower of white stone topped by golden statues of mighty warriors. Yeah, it house appears to be 30 foot tall.
Do those statues look like they could be animated or were petrified or something?
Can I take another look?
Make me a survival check, Brammyr.
Again, +3.
They look like actual statues.
Those are a bit more of the stone masonry than I've seen before. They look fine.
Does the door appear to be locked?
It looks like you're going to have to open it if you want to open it. It doesn't look to be locked.
I'm gonna inspect it for traps first.
Make an investigation check.
Jesus, that's a 4. Looks
You don't see the
perfectly
glyphs of ward in
fine.
your trap.
I'm gonna open it.
Can you make me an athletics check?
I can certainly try. That's a 14, so that's actually a athletics. That's actually a 16.
You strain with your muscles, but you can't get this door to budge.
Brammyr. It's not locked, but... Oh,
Glom, do you
Glom,
wanna give me a-
actually, Glom. Wanna kick that door open?
Well,
Yeah, the
special
barricade
attack.
this time. I can't be having all the fun.
You can, by all means, help me out with it.
Promise, you make me an athletics check if you're going to be the one that's going to try and force it.
I have no fire to melt it.
Oh my god.
Nope.
My foot slips in the snow.
Yeah, you have even less success than Sun, and you end up having to grab on to even keep her footing. It feels like you're actually trying to shove against a bar door.
I was hoping you were going to say they're shoving against a pull door, not a push door.
Do you want to take the reins on this one, Glom? I'll give you a hand as best I can.
There you go.
No,
But he needs it.
Glom, it's been a struggle for you, but eventually by focusing on the knuckles and you feel for a moment a flash of electricity pass over them, you shove with all your strength and you hear the cracking of the bar as the door swings open. And on the inside, damn it, Lighty won't let me move it. A cold hearth stands across from the door, the wind howling down its chimney. A stone staircase is on the south wall. 3 windows look out over a foggy field.
Is there any fuel still in there, like wood or logs?
Nope.
Do the
I'll take a
stairs
step
look?
back.
Do the stairs look in good enough shape to climb up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a look upstairs.
Okay. Let me drag you. Oops. Let me drag you.
Is there anything else in this bottom room?
There is not.
I will follow her up then.
I'm gonna light a torch from my pack and
Oh.
put it into the hearth.
Okay. The upper level of the tower is an icebox with windows set in almost every wall. A rusted iron ladder bolted to the floor and ceiling leads up to a wooden trapdoor. Mounted above the stone hearth is a dire wolf's head. The wind coming down the chimney howls in its stead.
Ooh.
I'll add another torch as well for like fuel. I'm gonna use like the entire torch, not just the end of it, just to start a small fire. Warm myself up.
Cloudy is curling up at the fireplace.
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb up and try and open the trapdoor.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything before I move you up to the rooftop?
Nope, I'm staying down there.
Stick my head up the fireplace and see if there's anything there.
You get a bit of snow in your eyes, but doesn't seem to be anything.
Is this the same fireplace that I've just lit?
Yes.
If I look down, can I see the fire?
Yes, you can.
One face.
Okay, son, I will move you. The swirling snow... no, that's the wrong line. That doesn't happen. That's an event that doesn't happen. 10-foot tall gold-plated statues stand atop the battlements, facing outward. Each one depicts a female human knight holding a lance. The cold wind stirs the snow, under which you see human skeletons clad in rusty mail.
Wait, what about skeletons?
The cold wind stirs the snow, under which you see human skeletons clad in rusty mail.
Are they moving?
No.
Okay.
I will call down to the others saying that we're moving up another floor and join Sun.
If providing B comes in as well, I'm not going to shut her out. But if no one has any problems, I'm going to shut the door.
I'm gonna inspect one of the statues closer. See what I can gather from it.
I'm going to head up as well.
Okay. The statues seem to be old, but you think they might have been the guards that held this post long ago, although it's kind of hard to tell.
Alright. Doesn't seem to be anything of interest up here.
As a note, the roof is 40 feet up and 540 foot above the valley.
Can I see anything with my perception here?
Snow.
More snow. Yeah, okay, got it.
Zesi, now's your chance to base jump.
Oh no.
Oh, only someone can see that. and move my token off the edge.
Alright, well, given that there doesn't seem to be any danger or anything of interest, I'm gonna go back to the ground floor.
No, wait, I just got it. I do base jump.
But the way to the front doorway.
I have
Do you
my
actually
charm of
jump off?
Featherfall.
Oh, are you activating a charm of Featherfall?
It's on permanently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Whee!
You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall.
Wait, what?
Featherfall?
Yes, Featherfall minimizes the damage rolled. It's a 40-foot fall. With Featherfall, I assume that I rolled a 1 on the damage die for every 10 feet you fell.
I didn't think it took any damage. Sure, I will take the 4 damage. Why not?
That is how Featherfall works.
Wait.
I'm not sure.
If the creature lands before... If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no fall.
Indeed. My apologies, yes, then you take no damage.
You might have thought about Pathfinder stuff.
I knock on the front door to the tower.
Who's there?
Let me in, it's cold, and a barge in.
I'll open the door.
Where's Zesi? As Sun comes past me.
He's right up there.
I go up there.
You hear him calling out from downstairs as you climb up the ladder.
Apparently he's down there.
I lean over to see where the voice came from. Or see him at the front door.
You don't see anything.
I go downstairs. Wait, what's that thing?
What's what thing?
Oh, that's a chimney. That thing there that I'm pinging.
Teleport.
How did you...
Oh, there's a teleporter on the top that sends you straight to the bottom.
I did not see anything of the kind.
Really? How bad is your perception? Go have another
Make
look.
a deception check.
I ain't said that shit. 25.
He's lying.
I'm gonna start making my way back upstairs.
Don't! He's lying.
I mean, how else would he
by
actually...
one, Zesi.
How else would he have even been able to get down here?
Jump, 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 jump.
Whee! I remember I have my charm.
Yes.
I couldn't be bothered to walk.
Well, if I had that ability to do, I'd probably do the same thing.
I was tempted to do it the other side and just float right down into the valley.
And be lost forever.
Yeah, that's what I thought was a bad idea.
Well, how much time has passed, by the way, travelling since our last long rest?
It's been about 3-ish hours.
As a note, I will be looking out of this window to see if anything comes down the path at us.
Yep.
Because I do not trust being in here.
Noted.
Well, we don't really have a reason to stay in here.
It says from its warm and cover. Yeah, you're right.
How long has it been? What time of day is it?
I mean, good luck telling.
But we imagine, what does it feel like?
It feels like it would be approaching noon.
Okay. Earlier than I thought.
So,
I suppose.
keep going.
Yeah.
Sure.
I suppose so. We've at least got a little warm.
Pauli reluctantly trots away from the fireplace. Adds away from it.
Now you're going to feel the cold more. That was a bad idea.
It's the little things.
Yep. Okay. The road ahead is cut out of the mountainside, rising steeply to one side and falling away on the other. Mist and snow greatly reduce visibility, and the howling wind cuts through you like a knife. Sage, as you guys advance forward on the track, you notice a 9-foot-tall goat stands atop a crag above you. Its grey fur blending in perfectly with the rock of the mountainside. It lowers its head, and malice gleams in its eyes. Can everybody please roll me initiative?
9 foot tall.
9-foot-tall goat.
I feel like I shouldn't have moved that last step.
Yep.
Oh,
Can you add me to the turn order, please?
But stuff's a tree. There's a living tree up here.
Oh, Jesus.
And Jamie's like, oh shit, you can see that far.
Hot damn Glom.
yeah.
It is okay.
By the way,
It's
just in
actually
case.
currently hidden by a dynamic lighting wall, but it is about 40-ish feet above and away from Zesi.
For that side, okay.
Initiative is going to be what is Cloudy's dexterity?
Let me check.
And
2.
Bram, what is your dexterity?
Well, it's 15.
1. Oh, plus. Oh, yeah, actual score.
Okay.
12.
It is going to be Glom, Cloudy, Brammyr, Sangzor, Sun, Esmeralda, Sage, Zesi. Holy shit, the initiative rolls.
Except mine, of course.
Okay,
And
bring
yeah,
up the rear.
yeah, Charlie and Ray, if you're here, we can't hear you.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
Well, you're up first.
Okay, where's this enemy? I don't even see it.
It is currently hidden by a dynamic light. It was sort of up in this. I'm on the measuring tool. Yeah, it's up there.
Okay, so how do I get up there?
You are going to have to try and climb, friend. Or you can wait for it to come down.
There we go. I shall taunt it from here.
What did you say to me?
Protect me, stand in front of me.
Okay. Cloudy.
Cloudy's gonna stand next to Zesi and ready an attack if something comes nearby.
Okay. Bram the bear man.
Well, doing cold damage is probably pointless, so bonus action electricity and Brammyr, and I will stand there to hopefully block it off.
Okay. And that rolls it down to Sangzor, who is going to charge 40 feet.
And headbutt me off the edge of the cliff.
It is certainly going to try.
I knew it. I actually knew it.
What is your AC, Zesi?
11.
Okay.
Whee!
I have a +5 to hit on this.
Wait,
Good cloudy,
because
good
as it comes
cloudy,
closer-
good cloudy.
Indeed. So Cloudy is going to hit and hurt it.
Knock it prone. Knock it prone.
It has advantage on that saving throw.
jeez.
Sure-footed. Sure-footed has advantage on strength and dexterity saving throws against effects that would knock it prone.
Doesn't mean it.
Tried.
Snake eyes.
That's a D12.
You did it again.
There we go. Actually rolling a D20 rather than a D12, it passes with advantage. My original roll was a 4.
I
Zesi,
tried, Zesi. I tried.
Zesi hits.
Mhm.
Can you make me a strength saving throw as you feel the force of the charge try and knock you off?
You mean that thing I also have -1 in? Sure.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hey, you actually managed to hold on there.
Uh-huh. How much damage do I take?
It doesn't knock you 100 feet down the mountain.
It's fine, yes,
You
that's fine.
take
And 2 scrolls of fly.
Yeah.
Jesus. 10, 12, 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
-16.
Hey, you have this thing called Hellish Rebuke.
I'm aware how to play my character. I was doing my H first.
Hey, I'm used to people forgetting they have Hellish Rebuke or Evasion or
Don't look
Uncanny
at me.
Dodge.
The one
I don't know
time.
what you're talking about.
So that's a failed dexterity saving throw.
As
Big
a,
on foul demon.
as a
Um,
reminder, hey, as
Yeah.
a reminder, Cloudy had advantage on that attack roll. So that was a crit. Because
Why
pack
did you have
tactics.
advantage?
Because pack tactics.
Pack tactic.
Indeed, Zesi. How do you want to do this?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, thanks,
Exactly
guys.
as I said. Begone, foul demon. Fire
Yep.
face.
Yep. And the goat disintegrates into its pelt and not much else.
And I get my temporary hit points.
So, fun fact. Sangzor only has 33 HP.
Yeah, but it can knock someone off the mountain.
It tried.
I know that.
It tried. It would have been 100-foot fall.
Level.
Oh,
Well, we should probably keep moving whilst I still have the...
Yes.
Do we not want some food?
Mm.
I mean, remember when I told you that I was laughing at a Strahd DM set saying he knew he was going to kill his players with?
Uh-huh.
I was laughing because it said a goat,
I see.
but that's what I couldn't tell you because spoilers.
Yep.
You alright there, Zesi?
I'm good. Does anybody want some food? It's pre-cooked.
Claw goes sinking into some of the cooked flesh. Use Pyamol to, like, singe the outer skin, the hair off.
You do indeed.
And I'll take a bite.
It is slightly burned, but it's goat.
And now for some more interesting news, guys. There is a building up ahead.
That's good.
I was kind
Does
of
it
distracted by the goat.
Does it look
Oh, yeah.
embery or temple-y?
It looks like a right angle of a building. I can't quite see it yet.
The snowy pass comes to a gorge, spanned by a stone bridge. At the end of the bridge you can see is a 30-foot tall, 30-foot wide stone arch. Atop each one are statues of armored knights on horseback with lances, charging toward one another, because there is one at the other end as well. The wind bites and howls like wolves as it passes through the gorge. I need to murderize the turn order. Give me a second. Die turn order.
We've been hearing a lot of noises that sound like wolf howls.
Yeah, it was just the
like?
wind.
Does it sound like just the wind?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I double check that with
right
advantage
from here.
on perception?
Can I have a look at the trees
I'm
as
sorry,
well?
what?
Why are there trees up here?
I was asking for everything. There are trees here because that's the map.
Yeah, but it's like cold and things should be dead. I don't trust trees in dead places.
There
They
are
should-
some trees that can survive in extreme cold.
I know, but I don't trust them. Doesn't mean things can be hiding in them.
Make me a nature check.
I meant more for like if there's an enemy in there, but sure.
They're trees.
Again, more enemies hiding in trees. Don't trust.
I'm not Minton.
Can I sniff the... Which way is the wind blowing?
Northeast.
Wind is blowing from north to south. This map has west at the bottom, east at the top, so it's blowing left to right.
Ooh.
Sweet. Can I smell the wind then, see if I can pick up any scents?
Make me a perception check.
With advantage. Which didn't matter.
The only scent you can smell is Zesi and Sage.
Sage, you really need to take a bath sometime.
I know. That would be nice. A bath. Yeah.
You can have one in a second if you're.
Oh, you see the river.
I see the river.
I
The
don't
low
see
walls-
anything.
The low walls that enclose the stone bridge have fallen away in a couple of places, but the bridge appears intact. A black cloaked rider on a charcoal-coloured horse guards the middle of the bridge.
Oh god, this is Monty Python all over.
I have never seen it.
And the
Oh.
Holy Grail.
Is
The
there a
Black
rabbit?
Knight.
If there was, I'm sure Brammyr would have eaten it by now.
I don't know about this rabbit. This rabbit could give me a run for its money. Is it a were-rabbit?
Fuck all of you.
I don't trust this bridge, guys. It's broken in the middle.
I don't trust that I just
I-
saw an enemy show up
Yeah.
on this bridge.
That's just me marking where the Black Cloak Rider is.
Is the bridge made of stone?
Yes, it
Collision
is.
is further than I thought it
Don't
was.
see the other side.
Can I stone cunning what I see at the bridge?
Go for it. Make me a survival check.
+3 for a 13.
Looks like it might be a bit slippery to cross in places, but looks safe enough. Doesn't look like it's going to fall away under you. Although I don't think you'd appreciate the 500-foot fall if it did.
I convey this to the party. We should be
Can
good,
I
but
use
tread
spell
carefully.
scrolls on other people?
Which scroll you wanted to use?
Fly?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. If anyone would like to test this out, feel free to fly. Just in case. I think I've taken my beating for the day with this goat.
I can try. I'll step forward.
Okay. No reaction. Make me a perception check. Now that you can actually see him a bit better. The figure on the back looks to be Strahd.
Does it smell like Strahd?
You don't smell anything. And it's silent.
I take another few steps forward.
No reaction.
Wait here. I take 2 more. Another.
Because I'm so good at listening to instructions.
Another.
Still no reaction.
How much does this look? Is it definitely Strahd?
Oh, it definitely appears to be Strahd mounted on the back of a horse. And he seems to be looking at you with an expression of disdain.
I'm completely unmoving,
Completely unmoving.
and I can't smell anything.
Nope.
Does this thing look like an illusion?
Make me a will save. Yep. You focus on it for a moment, and it seems to understand that you've figured out that it's an illusion. And the rider and horse disperse like ash in the wind, leaving behind a small mirror.
I do not want to. I will end up. Here's the thing. I don't know what the mirror does. That is not a sight I wanted to see. And I think about it. And I pick up the mirror and I take it over to Bryseis.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
she's
sure
gonna
Ray's
have
even
that.
here.
I'm here.
Oh, are you? You've been silent this whole time.
Oh, sorry, I'm here.
I hand the mirror. I'll walk back over. It was just an illusion, and the bridge seemed to hold my weight. I don't know if it'll hold all of us at the same time, but we should be able to make it across. Although when I figured it out as an illusion, it dropped this mirror. Looks like one of those trinkets. B, you like collecting these?
Oh, well, thank you.
Yep. You look in the mirror, it seems to show you as if you were 40, 50 years older.
Does she still look good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hit the prime and
Oh, one of those magical mirrors, it seems.
magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them?
I think I can see what you mean, Zesi. Let me reveal what that is on my screen.
That makes more sense. Yeah. Without the numbers, that looks like a pathway.
Yeah, no, sorry.
I made it across the bridge fine.
Yeah, nothing. On the archway that you've come to, one of the statues atop this arch has crumbled, leaving only the hindquarters of the horse intact. The mountain pass continues beyond.
I just bellow back, it seems safe.
Okay, I'm through.
Yeah, it's a little slippy in places, but it holds you fine.
I mean, Bryseis just rides over it with the broom.
True.
Land, solid land.
I am ancient, I am the land. Okay. Cloudy is through. It will hold
Thank
the weight
you.
of all of you.
I don't trust it.
Never
But
know,
no.
yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
I'm through.
That's Esmeralda falls up. No, I'm kidding. Yep. And you make it through the pass. And the pass continues to hug the mountainside for another few miles as you continue your journey.
Back to Brammyr, because I don't think this is 10 minutes or under 10 minutes.
This is several hours of journeying.
I'm still keeping hold of my electrified. Well, I mean, I always had it in my hand anyway to heat us up, but not sheathing it or dropping it, so it's still electrified.
Yep. And eventually you come to a fork. Southern branches continue wrapping around the mountain, and the northern pass seems to slope even further upwards. It's minus 15 to minus 20 Celsius already by this point.
Winter gear and pyramol, trying to just keep us as warm as possible.
Sage, have you got those clothes we found the other day? I'm getting a bit jelly.
Sorry, what did you say?
The raven clothes.
Oh, yeah, do you want...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pass them over.
Extra layer.
How are you holding up, Glom? You don't wear too much.
Feeling good.
Glom, I'm assuming you are wearing your cold weather gear, right?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Naked.
Why not?
Just checking in, buddy.
Well, we do have the map, so we know which way we're supposed to go.
Yeah.
For context for the Americans, it is about -6 to -7 Fahrenheit. Maybe
Fine.
-8. Okay. And you look around to the north. That was me hoping you would go and say hi to the folk.
I contemplated it.
And as you reach the end of your adventuring day, you reach the edge of the Amber Temple. The road fades away under a covering of snow, but it takes you far enough to see the facade of some kind of temple carved into the sheer mountainside ahead. The front of the structure is 50 feet high and has 6 alcoves containing 20-foot-tall statues. Each statue is carved from a single block of amber and depicts a faceless, hooded figure, its hands pressed together in a gesture of prayer. Between the 2 innermost statues is a 20-foot-tall archway with a staircase leading down. I'm presuming you guys are going to want a mansion.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm going to pull you over.
Excluding the cool, glittery My Little Pony staple.
Oh, you don't have the horses anymore, so...
Yep, I said that's why I said excluding.
Oh, yeah. So, you mansion up.
there's fireplaces everywhere, and everyone has
Ah,
warm.
warmth.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
everybody's
Thank you.
hot chocolate.
Ah, thank
Yeah.
you, B.
Yeah, by the time you've reached the temple, it is minus 23 degrees Celsius, which is minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hot chocolate, and the servants are wearing adorable little Eskimo outfits.
I get in, I bear it up, and I curl in front of a fire.
There is a bear rug in front of the fire.
bear
The
rug.
rock.
Oh, I am finding your bearable. It's an animal. I don't give a fuck. I just sit, shuffle back down right next to the fireplace.
It is possible you will see hooded figures in the Amber Temple. Do not approach them.
But they look so pretty.
Do not approach
Wait,
the
I don't
dog
think anyone else
park.
can see them.
I couldn't resist the Night Vale reference when I saw hooded figures.
They're just hooligans that wear their pants too low. That's all.
What is everybody's vision range?
60.
You have 120. Everyone except Sage has 60. Sage and
I
Esmeralda
see
have
up
40.
to there.
Oh.
Yes, yep.
So nothing.
Okay.
And now a brief public service announcement. Alligators. Can they kill your children? Yes.
And now
I
the
believe
weather.
one has.
Cold.
I am charging 1 electrum piece if someone wants to pet the bear.
I am sitting by you and just enjoying the warmth of both the bear and the chimney.
In what
I'm
context
reading.
are we petting the bear?
Yeah, I thought you were going to comment about entering the bear. I'm thinking, what? Here, like, bounce around. Oh, baby, let's get it on.
Normal petting 1 electrum, heavy petting platinum.
Damn, no platinum pieces. Just gold and electrum.
I just feel the sun.
Although that's more Glom's thing.
Let me feel, baby.
Yes,
Come on.
now.
When we get out
The
of this
4-year-old
place...
is spoiling your song.
Totally.
When we get out of this place, we really need to go somewhere warm.
Yeah. Would be real nice.
Glom reclines next to the fireplace, somehow wearing like a Santa Claus suit. Whoever put this in my room, good idea.
It really suits you, the contrast of green and red. It works for you, Glom.
Is he being the Grinch?
Okay, let me go assist the clusterfuck.
I've just realised, if we're up here, do I get, I would say advantage, but it cancels out because I'm wearing medium armour on stealth checks because camouflage. Polar bears in the snow, yo.
God.
Just flops into the snow. They'll never see me.
No, but they might hear you going clank clank.
I just don't move. I just flop into the snow. Start making some snow angels or snow bear angels.
You're a snow bear angel.
I will make.
Oh, fuck you, Rosie. Stupid.
This must be absolute hell for you, Zesi.
What must be hell for me?
Being out in the cold is someone so in tune with fire.
It's not as bad as you'd think, but it's still cold.
By the way, the next thing that you crisp and we try eating after, a little too much. So if you go the cooking temperature down just a bit, it might just be pristine.
Okay. If I ever roll less than a 19, I will let you know.
Take it from the guy who can cook.
What do you want? About 15, 16 degrees?
Ooh, we'll try with a 15. I think that might be a good.
Can't wait till I roll a 15 now. It'll be in like 10 weeks' time, but I will call you on it.
And I will love you for it. I'll taste of it. Actually, you know what? I was wrong. Actually, more of a 16, 17. It's a little too undercooked now.
I was not expecting you guys to make it all the way to the Amber Temple today.
Sorry?
Can I read 2 more hours?
Fine. How many hours did that take you to total?
66.
Okay.
How many total do you need?
80?
80.
Ooh.
You should get an extra 14 for Jamie being unprepared.
Hey, we've got 2 players AFK because Attack of the Children. It's fine, I have time. I'm just complaining about Roll20 messing up character sheets. Oh god, I've got to fix the second fucking one in here.
I mean, they still work.
Sometimes. Thanks, Roll20, don't even have that spell on the compendium.
Yeah.
Yeah, never do. It's always the one you need.
I find it highly unlikely I'm going to need that particular spell, it's just annoying. Okay. Are there any conversations going on in the mansion while we're waiting for those two to get back?
More complaining about the cold.
Yeah, the Amber Temple is freezing.
I think we should all take a doll each.
I don't want to get shaved.
I would like to live.
Cowards.
I'm here. Well,
Welcome back.
Nothing, never mind.
We're all just, I think, curled up in the
In front of the chimney.
in the parlor.
Yeah.
In front of one of the many fireplaces.
Can we have dinner here?
Sure. She claps her hands, and the food is really hearty, like soups, chips, all that kind of, like, you know, stuff that kind of sticks to your bones.
Soup. Give me soup.
If you give Brammyr soup right now, he will be glorious. He will dig so much into that thing as a bear. Snout goes in, it wiggles it off, he laps it off, licks the bowl clean, his face is just covered in soup.
Make it rabbit soup.
His pot of soup that was put in front of him is normal soup, but it's in the shape of like a beehive thing, so it looks like it's a bear digging in a honey pot.
Yep. I am fully into this.
Sonia's watching you and just shaking her head.
I can't pretend to be a bear every now and then.
She's smiling though.
I mean, if I'm gonna be able to take the form of a bear, I may as well pretend to be one too. So dig in again.
Do you go full bear or just hybrid form?
Hybrid.
Yeah.
You never go full bear.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm unable to go full bear. It's just... It is a humanoid bear acting like a big, just acting like a bear.
I'm sure, son, you'll get to see that fair side of him more than others.
I throw the empty beehive dish at her head.
Bryseis is curled up on a pillow in front of her, one of the other fireplaces.
Oh yeah, Cloudy is cuddled up between Brammyr and Sam, or trying to. Like, as soon as he could, he leapt up to try and snuggle with both of you. Rip me.
Oh, yeah.